Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to GIT Practical session. This is Amir Basha, and today's topic is how we are going to merge or rebase the branches in Git using Visual Studio. If you see the main concept, how we are going to merge the changes into the branches or rebase the changes into the branches, and after that, what are the merge conflicts, how we are going to resolve them. If you see, branches are most powerful when you are working on a team. You can work on your own part of a project from your own branch and then merge all your work into the main branch when it is ready. The first thing is to understand what happens when you start working on a new feature in a dedicated branch. Then another team members update the master branch with a new commit. This results in a forked history which should be familiar to anyone who has used Git as a collaborative tool. Now let's say that the new commits in a master are relevant to the future that you are working on. To incorporate the new commits in your future branch, you have two options. One is merge and rebase. So you have to choose very wisely when you are going to select which option that you are working on. Right? Let me show you first what are the merge are. So merge is nothing but merge is very nice because it's a non-destructive operation. It integrates the changes from one branch to another branch, or one local branch to another local branch, or from remote to another remote branch. When you merge from one branch to another branch, file changes from commit in one branch to can make conflicts in other branches. So I will show you how we are going to resolve the merge conflicts also. When you are going to merge the changes into the current branch from one of the branch, the target branch having a new commit over there, new merge commit will be in the history, it will be appears. Okay, so when you are going to merging it, merge is a non-destructive operation. The existing branches are not be changed in any way. This avoids potential pitfalls of the rebasing. On the other hand, this also means that the future branch will have an extraneous merge commit every time you need to incorporate upstream changes. If master is very active, this can be populated your future branches history quite a bit. Okay, let me show you what are the things are there. So before going to that, I'm going to give an example over here. If you see my screen, what is happening? I'm just having in this way my branching will be there. Okay, if you see my branching history, I'm having a master over here, and after that I have created a new branch called for the future called future. Or else some of the people are working on the master and team A is working on one of the future and team B is working on one of the future. So what will happen there is some of the changes has to be incorporated into team A or team B feature. Then what you will do, you're going to select an option called merge. Then what will happen, the history session or the branch history will goes ahead in this way. So a new merge commit in the history will be happening over there, and it will goes the master will be merged into the future A or team A feature. Okay, so it's a simply you are going to merge the changes from the master to future future project or team A project. Then a new history commit, nothing but a merge commit will be appearing in our history. Okay, fine. First, let me show you everything in a live format. Let me switch to the first my web. Right now, what I'm going to do first, I'm going to create the branches. Right. So let's assume I'm working for release R1, and and there are the teams called Team A and Team B. So let me create first. This is the release. I'm going to create the branch release. All right. So for that release, I'm saying release one. First of all, I'm going to create a master on that one. So how I have done it? I have selected from the master. I just created a new branch from the master. Nothing but it's a kind of, all the changes will be there over there in the master, right? So I'm going to create a new branch, and after that I'm saying release one and the master. If you see, based on which it has been created on the master. Right now I'm not going to give any kind of work items to the link, and now I'm going to create a branch. Okay, if you see in the release one, I am having the master. Now, there the other teams also working on the same master or the same kind of changes that whatever having. But there's other features that have that the team members are going to be working. So let me create a new branch called release one slash team A. Okay, so I'm going to be creating that based on the release one slash master. So in the same way that I'm going to create team B, let me tell you why I'm going to create in the so many branches over here. So one branch I will show you the merge concept, and then one I will show you the rebase concept, and I will compare both the things. The history is how it is going to be merging or how it is going to be rebasing into the changes. Now merging and rebasing comes under the main concept called the history, how it is the integrated, how it is going to be integrating the changes into your local branches or the remote branches, right? So that's the reason I'm just going to creating two branches over here. Okay, now you can see in the release there's the master and the team A and the team B. So if you see simultaneously in your team members are working on master, team A and team B. Now let me switch to Visual Studio 2015. Now there's the thing is that you don't find right away when you're going to check it out the branches. See, I don't see the releases over here. Even when I go for the refresh, most of the time it won't see over here. Now, not even most of the time, all the time you won't appear the branches over here. Then what you have to do, you have to go for the sync. Just you can do an operation called fetch over here. Or else you can go for the sync as in the previous session as we discussed. You just go ahead and go for the sync also. Now I am going back to my my project and what are the tabs that I'm having, and I'm going for the branches. Now you can see there's a release, right? So let's assume I'm actually I want to switch to multiple Visual Studio instances, but I'm not opening multiple instances as of now. Just one by one, I'm just going to add and I'm going to make the changes in one of the branches. Okay, fine. Let me first go to the master, and I'm just making a small change. It's not the development board that what I'm going to do. I'm just going to add a small button, and after that small label, including a page called with the same name of the master, because it will make the understanding very better. Okay. Now if you see, now I'm just opening my Git practice session, that is Git training practice.sl, and it's my project, right? Now if you see on my right hand side, that is which branch that I'm located, it's a release one slash master. All right. So and after that, what are the how many number of edits that I'm having zero edits and zero publish, that what I'm having. And after that, what is the project that I'm going to be working? This is the Git project, right? I have opened my project. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a new file over here. So what is the new file? Just give it any name. As I said, it's not purely development part, but still what I'm going to do, it makes you understand. I'm going to add a new item. So what I'm going to do, I will just say is master. I am not. It's a master kind of thing, but what I will say, release master page.axpx, that I will add you. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm just simply going ahead and saying release master web page. I will say, so the name is very big, but don't get confused over here. I'm just adding a web form called release master web form, and I have just added it. In this page, what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add, as I discussed, a new label and a new button. I'm just going to add it over here. I have just added, a table in my page. One is that I discussed, that is a label, and I have just given as a text as hello. And after that, I have added a button called button ID, and the text has given as click me. So these are the changes what I have made it, release master dot web release master web page dot aspx. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to just committing the changes. Okay, I'm just going to changes, and I can see the changes over here. What are the changes happen for the Git training practice.cs project? I can see release master dot webpage.aspx, and after the aspx.cs, these are all new files has been added, and designer.cs, these are all new changes, right? So for the better understanding, I will say changes in release. I will give it the description like in this way: release master branch, to make you understanding. Okay, so release master, right? Also release changes in release master branch, and I'm going to commit all and sync. In the previous session, I have explained what are the commit all and push and commit all and sync. I'm just going ahead and I'm going to sync this one. Okay. So now what will happen in the local as well as the remote branch, the changes will be appear, right? Let me check over there. Let me go to the branches, and after that, let me check what are the changes happen. I'm going for the branches, and you can see in my local branch, let me go for the view history, and you can see changes in release master. If you see over here in the history, this is the latest, or no, the existing feature, the latest feature, right? If you see the master and team A and master slash master, this is the old one, and the release one slash master, that whatever I have created, and the changes made in changes in release master, changes in release master branch, right? So now let me switch to another branch. I'm going for the team A, and I'm going to make some more changes over there. All right, let me go to the solution explorer. I'm just going to add a new file. Okay, a new item that I'm going to say. Let me say, let me add the same thing, or let me add a same way. Okay, so with the name that I'm saying team A, release team A, and I'm going to add this form. And just simple way that what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add a table over here, and I'm going to add, sorry, table row, and after that I'm going to add table data, and I'm just going to add a button over here, and I'm saying the button ID as, okay, team A, simply. So I'm not making much changes over here, and I'm just committing the changes. Let me go to the team explorer. Okay, let me go for the changes, and after that you can see in git training practice.cs and release team A what are the changes are. So let me just simply add changes in team A. Okay, and I'm going to do commit all as of now. Let me show you that one. So commit all, what will happen in my local, only the changes will be happen. How we can say, if you go for the team A, and you can see the history over here, right? Changes in team A, but whereas in the remote I can't see that one, right? Let me go for view history. I don't see the changes over here. There's no history based on that, right? What I have to do, I have to simply go ahead and just go ahead and simply sync on that one. Or else you can see the push changes over there. You can go ahead and push it the changes into the remote branch. Just I'm going to give it. Now coming to another branch, I'm going for another branch called uh, release team B. Let me switch to the branches. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a new file over here. In the same way what I have done it, I just added a new item, and after that I just added a web form called team B. Okay, release. I'm just giving a name called release team B. Over here I'm just going to add a table, and after that I'm going ahead and adding a new label over here. So I will give it a name as just text as hello world. So now going to the team explorer, let me, what are the changes are there? Okay, I'm just going to commit the changes directly. Changes in team B branch, right? I'm just directly going ahead and syncing it. Now if you see, okay, in one of I am having three branches. In three branches, people are working or the team is working. So team A, there are some changes. Team B, some other changes. Team master, there are some other changes. Let me show you the history first. That is the main concept is the history is very important over here. Let me see. Let me go to the master. I'm having changes in release master branch. Now when I'm going to team A, I'm having changes in team A. When I'm going for the team B, there are the changes in team B branch, right? Let me close the remaining things as of now. I don't want to. Okay, these are the changes. Now what happened? There is the changes in the master which are related to team A. So the changes has to incorporate from the master to team A, right? So what I have to do, first of all, I'm selecting the option called merge. Okay, so how I'm going to merge the changes from the team A? Let me just check out the team A and then go to merge option over here. So as I said, just be concentrate on the release team A. So as I discussed, what are the changes are coming? The changes has to come into my team A, into my branch called team A, and then along with that one in the history, in my history, so there the merge has been included over there. Let me merge it. So I'm just clicked over there, and after that right click on the project, or sorry, right click on the team A branch and then merge from. So from which branch you need to merge it? So all are the in sync, right? In the local branches and the remote branches are in sync. So now I'm going to origin slash release slash master that I want to merge it. So the what are the changes are there? What are the changes that I'm having? Release master page. I'm having over there in the master that I'm going to merge into the current branch whatever I'm working. Okay, that I'm going to merge it. So I just selected one of the branches from and I'm going to merge it. There are some of the conflicts. Okay, so this is one I like to tell you, but still, let me push it as of now. Uh, okay, fine. So I'm going to compare it. What are the changes? Merge conflicts are. It's a better understanding. Right now itself, I'm going to complete it. So merge conflicts is nothing but if there are the changes related to the same page in different branches. So then you have to conflict. You have to take that merges over here. So what are the things that you have to take it? Is it you have to take it from the source or you have to take it from the target? You have to compare the files, right? So if both are changes are important, then what you will do, you will just go ahead and select both the changes and you are going to accept it. Okay, and then you are going to make the changes. So I'm just going to add the changes. What I'm going to do, I'm just simply adding with a simple name merge. Okay, so merge conflicts. Not to get confused, I'm just giving merge conflicts. So I'm going to commit stage and sync and everything has been changed. If you see over here, there are two things. One is that the merge conflicts and after the changes. Let me now show you the changes if they're merged or not. Let me go to the branches and after that let me show you the history. Now if you see what happened on the top of that team A, the changes has been merged into the changes in release master and after that there's the merge conflicts, as I have given the name. So what will happen if new merge has been included over there, right? So merge conflicts with the name that I have given, what are the changes have been there over there, you can check it out. Now I want to check it out what are the changes have been there. The first thing, if you see the highlighted one, these are the things are very important. These three are very important. Now if you see, when I'm going to merge it on the top of the latest code of the team A, the what are the merges has been happened on the top of that one, the history has been included. Now if you see the branching structure or the history structure, if you see over here, a new branch has been incorporated on the top of it. A new history has been inserted. This is the way, but it is a, what will have non-destructive way it has been created. Non-destructive operation for the normal branch, it is not going to be making anything, but on the top of that one, it is going to be make the changes. Now let me see what are the changes that I'm having. If you see over here, I just clicked on the what are the changes are there. I just clicked over there, and after that I can see what are the changes are there, and even when I'm going for the merge conflicts, what are the changes are there. All right. Now let me go to the solution explorer. Let me see if the changes are there or not. I can see release master.web.aspx. Okay, now let me switch to my PowerPoint. Now what will happen when I'm going to rebase it? So it is one of the, you don't want to know what are the changes are there, what are there are some of the dependencies, right? So but my changes are very latest. So use rebase to address the problem of updating your branch with the latest changes from the main branch. Rebase take the changes made in the commits in your current branch and replace them on the history of the another branch. So what will happen? So when you're going to work on the, when you're working on the rebase onto, so what will happen on your branch that you are going to rebasing them, the structure of the commit history. Now your changes in your future branch with the latest branches, you always your changes will be the latest. Okay, so it will clean, everything should be in clean, and it will be works in this way. Let me give an example. Over here, if you see, rebase is an alternative to merging. You can rebase the future branch onto the master branch using the following things. So what will happen? The major benefit of rebasing is you get a much cleaner project history first. That is the first thing. Then it will eliminate the unnecessary merge commits required by the git merge. So in the merge, what will happen? There is a new merge has been came into picture, and after that, what it is showing, it is just going to be making your changes. So this is, I will show you in a picture format over here. If you see on my screen what happened, as I discussed, I have created two branches. One is the master, and after that, future A, that is called team A and team B. When there is a change in team B, okay. So what will happen when I'm going to rebase onto? This will be a linear. So what will happen? The future has been merging into the rebase onto the project. The history will be the in this way. So it will be very linear. You don't have to worry about the which happened, what happened over there. Okay, I will show you in live format. Let me switch to my Visual Studio 2015. As of now, on the merge that we worked on the release team A. Now let me switch to the branch release team B. Team B is purely that I'm working on the only the changes that what I'm going to show you on the rebase only. Now let me go to the changes have been already made in the team B, but first let me check the history of the branch. So on team B there's already a sync, right? Let me go for the view history and see the last change is that team B. But when I'm going to rebase it, my changes will be always should be in the top level. In the sense, the latest changes. Now what I'm going to do, I have checked out my team B and I'm going to rebase onto. So rebase onto in the sense the history will be over there, and from the origin slash release slash master that I'm going to rebase it, and after that I'm just clicking on the rebase. Okay, there is a conflicts also as we discussed the conflicts. Okay, and I can go ahead and merge the changes and accept it. Okay, these changes are team B, and the changes in release base master, these are my old changes. These are the changes that I have made in the master. If you see, I'm going to compare once again in my team A and team B. Let me put them in this way, in the parallel way over here. So On my right hand side I'm having a merge, on my left hand side I'm having rebase. If you see the changes when I'm going to merging it, changes in release master, it came on the top of my latest changes, that is called team A changes. On the top of that one it is happened and a new merge file has been committed. Whereas see on the left hand side, that is the team B changes. If you see that release is that like it is showing as an history way, the changes are already there and on the top of that one that I'm making the changes. So team B is my latest code change, and after that team change, whatever the master changes are there, it has been incorporated later. So I hope this is the I'm going to give you an example once again. When you're going to merge it, a new merge history will becomes ahead along with the changes, but the changes will incorporate in the merge, which will happen, it will create on the top of your latest changes. But whereas rebase, it shouldn't be like that. So what will happen on the rebase? It will the history will be merging it will be rebasing on automatically when you're working on the rebase. It's like that, the previous changes, it will show as the previous changes or previous history. Okay, the golden thumb rule that when you're going to work on this merge, when I have to do it, when I have to make the changes for the merge, or when I have to make it, the golden thumb rule is that once you understand what rebase is the most important thing, or when it is most important thing of the merge, when you're going to make the changes, or when you want to make the changes for the public branches like master of the origin master. So now I'm working on the release master, forget about that one. So when you're working on the main master, like the public branches, use merge. Merge is the best option. When you're working on the local branches or in the team member, rebase is the best option. This is the golden thumb rule. So the rebase moves all the commits in master onto the tip of the future. Tip of the future. This is the tip of the future, right? So it will move all the commit changes on the tip of the future. This is the changes that what I have shown you. So this is the better way. The golden thumb rule is that when you're working on the when you want to make the changes, or you have to integrate the changes on the public branches, just use merge. When you are working on the remote branches or particular branches, it is better to use rebase, right? So this is the thumb rule you need to remember all the time when you're going to work on the merge and rebase. And I have shown you already, the merge conflicts also, what are the conflicts that you will get it, how to resolve it. So just going ahead over there and just add what are the changes are there. Okay, thank you for this session. Okay, if you have any queries, I will be always available on basha.amir86 at the rate of gmail.com. Thank you.